Hello, this is not a spring chicken. As you can see, we're getting ready to do wrap-ups from Gifting Sweets, but more importantly, right now what's going on. Can you believe the violence that's going on in Egypt? And also, can you believe Hillary Clinton never looked so good? Boy, is she getting ready to run for president? Well, for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Obama could be Reagan's long-lost brother. He is so much like him, according to the press.
I know. That's why we brought another member of Monty's family, that what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. This is Leapfrog Obama. He's known as Leapfrog because he leaps over the minor little details that he totally and absolutely hates Ronald Reagan, done nothing but badmouth Ronald Reagan his entire career, and that the Democratic Party and the Democratic press hates Ronald Reagan, and now Ronald Reagan was a savior of our country, and as he saved our country, so will Barack Obama. Yeah.
Yeah, where did that come from?
The problem is Reagan didn't cause the problem. Obama caused the problem that he's in because Obama can't stop spending money, folks.
And Academy Awards under fire for no gay minorities nominated for the Oscars.
Which is why Leapfrog Obama comes back in again. Because what goes around comes around. They basically, as we were talking about in our piece, here's what one of the people that I know in the industry, a veteran actor, said. He stood no chance of ever getting another Academy Award nomination because he wasn't young, he wasn't gay, he didn't sing, and he didn't dance, and he wasn't black.
Yeah, but what does that have? There's a lot of people that got nominated that weren't black.
But they were all, okay, there wasn't any movies with gay minorities in them this year.
Oh,
there weren't
that's
any
true.
Gay, remember that last year, for a few years there were lots of the movies with young gay black people in them.
Well, actually, there's not a lot of movie with gay minorities anyway.
Oh, I know. Oh, but they said that here's what Leapfrog, Leapfrog leaped over the fact that they have now said that you must have a Rooney Rule imposed on the Academy Awards, where X amount of movies must feature, be nominations for young, gay, black, or minority Americans in them.
That sounds totally ridiculous.
No, but remember, they brought this on themselves. They basically have forced, we must have this, and we must have an open society and all of this, and well, now their award show is basically on the verge of total collapse because we're talking, everybody's laughing their heads off at them. They're getting what, they said, that you reap what you sow, and they're sowing it now.
An Illinois High Court puts Rahm Emanuel back on the mayoral ballot.
I know. Once again, Leapfrog is back. The law is very specific. It says you must reside in the area for a year. Reside meaning you actually physically must live. They toss candidates out that don't live there. He not only doesn't live there, he had to rent a place to have a place to stay in because his other place wasn't his anymore. He didn't even have a physical residence there anymore.
That's true. I did hear from one of the other sides where they said, why would you punish him for serving our country?
But remember, folks, this is the Democrats that are bringing these suits. They're going to go to Supreme Court because you can't have court decisions to say that if you don't like the candidate, then the candidate isn't legal to run. But if he's Rahm Emanuel and favored by the city fathers, he can run.
I know. And Obama continues to pile legislation on business to make it fairer.
Oh yeah, I heard that yesterday. They were talking about once again I think he said once again, I don't object to people making money, but they shouldn't make so much money, and they should basically let other people join in. That's not pro-business, folks.
And filibuster lives. The Senate overwhelmingly rejects, rule changes.
Okay, they overwhelmingly reject rule changes, and then promise they're not going to do as much, they're not going to challenge the Democrats as much anymore. Which is basically meaning they rolled over for the Democrats, folks. They're not going to challenge nominations, they're not going to challenge legislation. They're going to be given an opportunity where it arrives to bring up changes. No, it means it'll never happen.
Opinion, Newt Gingrich's take on Obama's State of the Union.
Well, he said there was like 127 times of mentioning Obama spending money.
Oh, really?
He said there was nothing. Well, he's going to cut $40 billion a year in spending, The interest is $320 billion a year.
Foreclosure activity up across most U.S. metro areas.
But the economy is getting better. Everybody's working. There's just so much better than what it was. I mean, housing sales are up, even though housing sales are down record lows. But remember, it's Friday. But at 3 o'clock this afternoon, they'll make the announcement that the housing sales actually went down again.
Oh, and panel cites roots of financial meltdown, but does it matter?
Well, because it was the Republicans and businesses that they control. And it's all, isn't it always when the Democrats run the panel, always the Republicans and big business that they're in bed with? The Democrats, they said, there wasn't enough regulations.
Oh, is that what it
and
is?
that people, I love this, the people that should not have been allowed to buy homes were allowed to buy homes. We'll try, that was a Democratic Party idea, folks.
And low water levels grind Iraq's largest hydropower dam to a halt.
Because they got a huge drought going on over there, you know. Remember they're in the desert.
Oh, and Facebook raises $1 billion more from non-U.S. investors.
Well, because there's not going to be any investment in Facebook by Americans because of the Obama administration.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He basically forbid them from doing investment in get investments from the United States. So
Did he really?
yeah, so the Chinese are buying up large amounts of Facebook naturally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what changes happen after that.
Remember, Obama is totally anti-business. He doesn't want anybody in this country making money. So, I mean, the money for Facebook isn't coming back into the United States either. It's now staying out because it's not being made here. It's not. You can't tax it here, and it's not coming into here. So, that's just all that money that would be invested in the United States is not being invested here because of Obama and his. Well, we're doing this for the good of the American people.
It also means the Chinese government gets all that personal information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to Obama.
Yeah. Outlook for 2011 economy is brightening, a survey says.
The problem is they went to Obama economist again. There is nobody that I can see that says that the economy is roaring. I mean, the unemployment is still high. The weekly figures for new people going on unemployment insurance is high. There is inflation, even though the president says there is no inflation. And nothing is getting better, folks. Housing prices are still in the dumps. So what's the outlook that it's improving? Improving over what?
Verizon challenges FCC's net neutrality rules.
Because it's meant to shut them down. Because Verizon, AT&T, the majority of their money they're coming in now is coming in from selling, or their smartphones, and they're selling data plans and stuff. When you shut those things down, those companies go out of business.
And Brown puts longtime environmental advocate in charge of state Delta policy.
Isn't that amazing that an environmental activist is put in charge of a thing to basically shut down the Delta?
I know.
Yeah, well,
amazing.
You got to do that. You got to save the environment no matter how much business it destroys.
And House GOP reopens abortion debate on health care.
Which basically was asinine. I mean, okay. The Republicans don't get it. The Tea Party people don't care about it. They're on the wrong side of the issue. So what do? They go back to the abortion thing again. You're going to look, okay, you got to have, they're already admitting the Democrats have totally lost the Senate of the United States to the Republicans the next time around. So you're looking like if they elect Obama, it doesn't make any difference. You got a veto-proof majority in both houses. And they're going to cram down abortion legislation. They're going to cram down the Bible in church and all of this stuff down people's throats because of what happened with Obama.
Verizon iPhone 4 sucks.
Well, I mean, they don't have the system to handle the iPhone 4.
Well, I thought they were doing the iPhone 3.
I know. The iPhone 3 is just a placeholder for the iPhone 4. The iPhone 4 doesn't work on the Verizon system.
Actually, this is one of those things we discovered the other day.
Yeah.
When we were talking to one of the stores, that one of the companies that was built for a system, that when they use it on the system, it doesn't actually utilize... What was it? It doesn't use the 4G nor the 3G, but goes back to
2G. It's built specifically for that company. It's on their website, but it's also being carried by T-Mobile instead of buying the company that the phone is carried on the website from.
I know, it's crazy.
And because it's being carried by T-Mobile, they're not allowing you to go to the 4G system unless you buy the phone directly from their online, I think.
I know, it's kind of crazy. And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Well, you would think that an individual elected to cut spending would have gotten a message instead of voting to increase spending.
Ooh.